Hello and welcome back. We are going into another Mercury retrograde cycle, which means we are being triggered to slow down, listen, notice the synchronicities, and as always being asked to reevaluate or re-notice or reconnect to ourselves in a certain aspect of our lives. So this time Mercury is going retrograde through both Cancer and Leo. So we're going to talk about what makes you you, what's your individualization, what is your main purpose of existence, and how emotionally centered and emotionally safe and secure are you. And so those are the themes of this Mercury retrograde. Just for the sake of context, with every Mercury retrograde or every retrograde in general, that means that there is an aspect of yourself that is driving these forces that maybe no longer serves you or is not in your current awareness. So we're going to be looking at your emotional security and are you emotionally secure enough to stand on your own feet and be the Leo vibrancy, the individualization, the aspect that you're meant to incarnate as. Do you have that emotional security enough to stand into that space? There we go. We could end the video right there. But let's go a little bit deeper into this. So Mercury retrograde technically started the other day on the 7th. It goes until August. And we are going to be asked to slow down and let life teach you a lesson. Mercury, of course, is the messenger god. So he is the one that can go through all the different domains of the heavens or of yourself and deliver those messages to you. So right now he's saying, look, I can see that you're wanting to be something different. I can see that you're really tapping into or are aware that what you have set up right now isn't the full extent or the full capability of what you're wanting to be, who you're choosing to be, and what you're wanting to engage in this life as. I can see that, but we have some emotional snags that we need to talk about if you want to really get to that space. And so that's the message. And the beauty or the trick of these retrogrades is that the way to receive that message, which is taught through religion after religion, is stillness, prayer, meditation, allowing yourself space, disconnecting from those habits, from those ritualistic, like, gotta get this done, gotta get this done, gotta get this done, and allowing yourself the calmness and the space to take in the messages that life, God, is trying to teach you right now, or trying to show you, trying to allow you to evolve, allow you to be rid of, allow you to embrace, depending on your own pizzazz and your own story, what's going on for you or with you. And I think that that's where we get a lot of our misconceptions about Mercury retrogrades. I feel like we should hit that real quick. Just because the planet is going backward in the sky does not mean that your car is going to break down or that your phone's going to break or blah, blah, blah. If you look at those stereotypes, missing a flight, your laptop shut off, your phone call was missed, those are all little ways of saying, I need you to slow down. I need you to stop running. I need you to get off your phone. I need you to not worry about what they're thinking. I need you to not make it to this job interview. I need you to just slow down and look around you. Look within you. There's something that life is trying to teach you right now. And if we bop it out to the bigger solar system, all the movement that's going on this year particularly, there is a heavy, it's absurd, a heavy emphasis on your potential is trying to wake up. Why aren't you letting it wake up? There is a part of you that is ready to be here on this planet. There is an aspect of your spirit that is ready to be here. Why aren't you ready? And with that frame, why are you afraid to reach your potential? And what habits are you doing that keep you distracted from your potential? This retrograde in particular, when we're going into Cancer zone, when we're going into emotional security, emotional safety, emotional esteem, emotional validation and appreciation, do you feel valued for where you are, for who you are? Or do you feel you need to abandon yourself to go look for validation? Have you checked in on your codependent tendencies lately? Have you checked on your need for other people's approval, to fit in, and to have other people say, no, that's a good idea? Have you checked on that lately? Have you checked on your perfectionist lately? That says, all right, we're going to go and we're going to chase this dream, but not until we get all this shit done first. Have you checked on that part of yourself lately? Have you checked on your abandonedness, your dissociativeness, your fearfulness? All those things that we feel triggered emotionally, and then we spend so much time trying to resolve our emotions that we forget the journey that we're on. It's like running into a wall, stubbing your toe, and dealing so much with your toe being pained, your heart being pained, that you forget you were trying to climb that wall. You were trying to go through that doorway. And so, slow it down a bit. This retrograde is going to ask you what emotions in you are triggered when you're trying to chase your dream. What emotions are triggered when you're trying to be authentic? What fear comes up? What excitement comes up too? There is this exciting aspect of this, but I'm gonna hit the hard stuff because it's fun to be excited. It's shitty to be afraid. So let's talk about the shitty one, right? So what versions of fear, what versions of being distracted, overwhelmed come up when you're trying to pursue your dream? Do you let yourself get so frazzled that you're like, I'm not ready for that yet? And the universe says, okay, they're not ready. Maybe next time, maybe next lunar cycle, we'll pull it out of them. I'm going to hit something real quick, which is kind of fun too. So, a few days ago, we had a solar eclipse in Cancer, which is saying where, the same thing a retrograde saying is like, where do you not let your light shine in this part of your life, right? Emotionally, where do you stop yourself? You're running along, you feel the emotion of fear, overwhelmed, anxiety, abandonment, You feel it, you stop. So where is that in you? And then, I think on the 19th, we're going to have a lunar eclipse in Capricorn. So this whole retrograde, this whole cycle of where are you emotionally stopping yourself from pursuing your authenticity, and that whole thing is framed in this eclipse. It does extend a bit, but it's got this eclipse going on too. And Capricorn is like, look, you need to own your stuff. Stop. Victimhood, no more. Please, no more. Why do you feel you need to get validated? Who taught you that you're not enough as you are? Own that stuff. Who told you that you need to have every checkbox checked when you're moving into the unknown? You're moving towards your potential. Your potential has an inherentness where you haven't lived it yet, my friend. Of course you can't prepare for this unknown. You can only show up in the best of your abilities, but you need to own the fact that you're afraid, and then you need to allow yourself to be brave. That's the frame here. Through my eyes, that's the frame here. You're going to be overwhelmed. When you're going through something that matters to you, you're going to be overwhelmed. You're going to be afraid. You're going to be looking for validation like a child, which is fine. You're going to be doing all of these things that when you were younger maybe made sense. Don't run on a 5-year-old's emotional capabilities and emotional self-esteem systems. This is like an upgrade time, y'all, if you're ready for it. This is an upgrade time. This is saying, when I move into my next phase, I always am fearful and I become codependent. I look out and I say, who out there can tell me it's okay? Who out there, not God, not me, I need someone else's voice to tell me it's okay before I keep going. That's habit. This is saying, do you want to choose something else? Do you want to choose something else? Will you believe in faith enough for a minute? Will you believe in bravery enough for a minute to allow another choice to come online? To allow, instead of a codependent, to allow a trailblazer, to allow an advocate, a scholar, a teacher, a healer. Instead of being codependent, waiting for your dreams, will you try and pull in that dream space and move with that? Do you allow yourself that bravery, or is your emotional self-esteem still running on a 5-year-old's? Is your emotional self-esteem, your emotional sense of security based off of those external things? Which To be fair, it always will be to some extent. That's because we evolve. We got to keep going. We got to keep learning and growing and learning and evolving and da. Do you give yourself faith in both God and in the part of you that God knows? Do you put faith in that? In that aspiration that won't be quiet? Or do you let yourself get, as we do, distracted? Distracted by trying to find somebody or some task or something other than your authenticity? Do you abandon yourself to find something to make you feel good? That's what we're talking about. That's what the sky is saying is going on right now. And it's in this context of all these other planets saying your potential is ready. Are you willing to walk that road? Are you willing to fall down, probably, to be afraid a good chunk of the time, but consistently choosing the brave and faithful choice, which will happen? Are you willing to show up and let the universe know, let God know, let the rest of this life know, I'm ready to tap into my Leo vibrancy, the reason I exist, my individual nature, my purpose, y'all. I'm ready to live in that space because I'm accountable. I know my emotional limits, and I'm aware that I can pray and I can choose the brave choice, and I can rewire years of emotional history. I can make a choice that's different than the one I have been making. I can feel fear and I can continue. I can feel overwhelmed and take a breath. I can feel overstimulated, sit in it, let it pass, and keep moving. Stub my toe on the door, kiss it, and keep walking through that door instead of sitting down and needing to nurse myself. You are not strong enough to ruin God's plan for you. You just kind of get to decide how fast you want to get there. And cosmically speaking, and even like earthly, there's a lot we can talk about right there. Big picture speaking, it's time for you to show up here, y'all. It's time for you to show up. The universe, life is ready for you. Are you ready for you? Or are you afraid you're gonna blow your own mind so damn much that I'd rather not? You're better than that. You're better than that. So take these next few weeks as Mercury retrograde goes through these and pulls them up. Be aware that we're going to have some just outdated belief systems being pulled up. Let yourself see it. Let yourself know it. Let yourself love it. And let yourself choose something different. And that's the heart of the matter, is let yourself choose something different. I love you very much. Good luck. If you want a reading, if you want to talk about this more, please reach out. I would love to see how your energy is flowing in the mix of all this greatness. All right. Love you very much. Goodbye.